What are we doing?
Watching TV, football.
Watching football on TV?
Mhm.
What are we going to do after this?
We're gonna go to Aunt Laura's and Uncle Lyle's.
What are we going to do there?
We're gonna watch more football.
Since the first football game was played in 1869, American football has grown into an economic and cultural powerhouse. The game is followed fervently at every level, from high school to college to the professional stage. The NFL, the premier football league in the world, was estimated to have grossed over $6 billion in 2006 by Forbes magazine. The irreplaceable cogs in the money-making machine that is the NFL are the fans, the supporters who buy tickets to the games, purchase apparel, and stand behind their favorite teams through thick and thin. Fans are not, however, just a market targeted by a multi-billion-dollar industry. They are just as much a part of the game as the players themselves.
Well, fans to me, they represent that extra force that kind of motivates players. When a big play happens, you do hear the fans, you do hear the crowd, the roar from the crowd, and that really motivates players, and it kind of helps the sidelines as well to get up. Maybe if the sidelines aren't up, the sideline, will kind of get up and kind of get the team involved too. So fans play a big part in the football game.
I know personally, and I'm sure a lot of the guys on our team can say the same thing. You definitely feed off their energy. You feed off, positive momentum. That's what a lot of sports, I think, relies on is momentum, and fans are a huge part of that.
Football has a greater effect on people than it reasonably should. It has the power to lift spirits and crush hopes.
Downfield, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown.
Come on!
Sometimes, truly heartbreaking losses have effects that reverberate over time.
Super Bowl 42 was the Patriots versus the Giants. And the Patriots had gone through an undefeated regular season. 16-0, never been done before. And in the fourth quarter, we were up 14-10. There was about 2 minutes left, maybe a minute, $1:30 left in the whole game. And Eli Manning dropped back to pass. And we had gotten to him. We got hands all over him. He should have been down. We got tugging on his jersey. We had him, and then he somehow, in some amazing way that God made him, he escaped. And he just fired a random pass downfield, and a receiver, David Tyree, he caught it on his helmet. And then about an incompletion later, with 39 seconds left, Eli Manning threw a fade route to Plexico Burress in the left corner of the end zone, and they got the touchdown. I think I cried for about 5 minutes while my friends and brothers were outside cheering. I went downstairs and I took stuffed animals and I did just horrific things. I hung one of the bunnies. I put a pencil through a bear's neck. I threw one in the washing machine. I put one in a basketball hoop. I was just very upset. It hurt, when you're the only one in that house in the vicinity that is cheering for your team. Then and everyone else is just cheering for the other team. And when the other team finally wins, they all go crazy, and you're the only one. No one can sympathize for you, and it was upsetting.
Thanksgiving is a holiday built around the family dynamic, and the presence of football only reinforces that concept.
Now we're going over to Aunt Laura and Uncle Lyle's, my dad's side of the family, for the main Thanksgiving celebration. This is where we have the turkey and where the majority of the family is at this time of year. Me and my dad, I'm a Dolphins fan, he's a Cowboys fan. They're playing today, so it's going to be kind of interesting having us in the same room.
So it's a long recovery. Cowboys by a point, Cowcliff. Get him! Run it in! Yeah! What a dunce! Come on, this guy is pathetic. There's no one between you and the goal line.
I never saw this.
Go! Go! Oh!
Ouch! You're hurting me.
He's good.
They won?
Yep.
Wait, did you?
Why didn't you guys go for that?
Because Jeremy.
Don't like to win, obviously.
It's depressing. No, it's really depressing. I love my cousin to death, but I'm about to put him in a headlock. Give him a noogie, maybe a wedgie. Stuff his head in the garbage can.
However, football's greatest power may lie in its ability to strengthen relationships.
My entire family, like my parents, all four of us, watch all kinds of sports games, so it's just kind of like a nice thing to like have all of us vaguely plan our day around like watching the football game at the end of the day or the baseball game in the afternoon and just like hang out.
Having rival football teams really gets interesting.
I like it because my team wins all the time against his team.
So what's it like sharing the same favorite team?
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's great.
Well, it kind of adds fun to sports. The sports like baseball, like because like what's the fun if we all like the same team? Like we have no one to boast if our team wins. And
Yeah, breaking rights is a lot of fun.
I think it certainly created a bond.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you've always like tried to have the team that's like the opposite of mine.
that's true.
I would have to say the Bills Cowboys was electric. And the way they came back.
The rivalry got the most intense.
Yeah. The way they came back in the last second to kick two 51-yard field goals.
What do you think the most intense moment of the rivalry was?
Romo had like 3 turnovers that game, I think.
No,
fumbles.
he had like 7.
Yeah, fumbles, interceptions, still keep him in the game.
Yeah. And, yeah, it was great.
I remember you guys built a snowman out in the front yard.
Yep.
And you had a Patriots helmet on it. And after the Dolphins shut him out, I like ran out into the middle of the yard, kicked the snowman into oblivion, and like ran back of the house. And you were so upset.
Yeah, I was pretty upset with that. That was my masterpiece. I felt really proud of my snowman.
That was glorious. That was awesome.
I just destroyed it.
That was so much fun. And you and the Giants played the Patriots, who are Jeremy's favorite team in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel bad when your team beats your grandson's team in the Super Bowl?
No.
My dad's the only reason why I'm a Packers fan. I think he kind of put that in me since I was a little kid. Brett Favre was always my favorite player.
It's fun to see everybody bonding over the same thing when it's sports because it's a good reason to like get competitive and not pay attention to school and things like that.
Most families all follow one team, but with our family we're across the board.
I'm a bigger Dolphin fan now than I would have been, and a bigger Patriot fan than I would have been.
Because then you want to know the scores of every game there is, because you know some family member is following one of those teams. So it's a lot of fun.
Seeing other people like jumping up and down and throwing things and yelling, I don't know. People just get way, way, way more into it and like feed off of each other. And it's a large amount of people in a very small space. It's good.
Who's the stinkiest team?
The Patriots.
Asante Samuel, pick 6. You suck, Cutler.
Stinkiest Patriots ever
Baby, the hardest hitting whippy.
He goes like, a little bit more better.
Alright moves when he jumps in the air.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. You hold on. Let me do this interview real quick, all right?
I would like to thank our sound guy.
The only good way there were
Jeremy.
No, not while I'm watching the game. All right.
I'm an awesome singer.
Come on. Not while I'm watching the game. Come on. Stop it.